What's up, guys? Call of Duty Next is here. What's up, guys? Call of Duty Next is here. Got 8 minutes till it starts. Drown, what's up? How's it going? Morning, guys. What's up, guys? We're gonna be reacting to the Call of Duty Next event. So first it's multiplayer, and then after that there's gonna be more stuff.
I'm most excited to dive into some of these maps that I kind of went pro on. Modern Warfare 2, iconic maps, Scrapyard, High Rise. I know we're not able to play all of them here at Next, but the ones they kind of hold a special place in my heart. Get me on top of High Rise, get me on top of Favela, get me back on Russ on that tower, go to work. What perks from Call of Duty would you want in real life?
Marathon Pro and combined with Lightweight Pro. Just be zipping and zooming everywhere. Are you kidding me? Triathlete right here.
Maven here with Z-Laner at COD Next. Listen, we got a bunch of crazy stuff to come tomorrow. What's your number one? What are you excited to see?
Warzone. I'm here for Warzone, baby. I mean, I'm here for everything. I'm excited for the multiplayer as well, but you guys know I'm here for the Warzone.
All right.
I need to see a beautiful some slot.
Competitors feel for sure. It was an interesting year. We want to get back to the roots a little bit, and that's what a lot of this is about, like getting back to our roots. So like for you, when you think back to the early days, like what's your first like memory of Call of Duty?
Oh man, Call of Duty 4, first game that got me started. After that, it was just World at War, and then every COD title from there on out. Just growing up playing the game with friends, it was just a beautiful experience. And now to get to do that with all these people that create content for it. Me and my boy D were just talking about it before we got here. How we grew up watching so many of these creators come out to these events and do these things, and to get to now come and do these things is just so surreal. So yeah, we're very excited.
And obviously Call of Duty has become a career for you, but like more than that, what does
Oh
it
my
mean
gosh.
to you? Like all the relationships
Sorry,
you
guys.
made and stuff, it's become a big part of your life, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It's just I think about all the friendships and relationships that I've been able to make because of this incredible game. That's from back in high school friends all the way till now to friends that I made throughout just making a career out of it. Yeah.
Do you remember kind of your roots when you talk Call of Duty, like where it all started for you?
Oh, absolutely. I just remember coming home from middle school and just grinding multiplayer. But I actually, when I first started streaming 2 years ago, the first game that I played was Warzone. And so it definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I was going to kind of ask that next. Like,
I'm doing fine.
For a lot of people here, it's been careers or it's been friendships, relationships. Like Call of Duty has been much more than just a video game. What does Call of Duty mean to you, like at its core?
I mean, I think it's just the competition, and it just brings me back. It's like an addiction to the game.
Are you guys ready for the reveal?
That for me, and I think they've really done a lot of innovation in Battle Royale, and I'm just really excited to see what they bring next.
The one, the only Dr. Lupo. Sir, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm 36 years old. Managed to get out of bed this morning, so that's good.
I'm 38, and it was hard.
You look old as hell.
I do. The lack of hair really makes me look far older. But hey, what are you most excited for? What do you want to see this weekend?
I'm looking for more and more opportunities than we've ever had before for me to get probably overextend, get knocked, eliminated, and scream at my teammates for not carrying me. And then when we do win, taking 95% of the credit.
So some changes to Warzone maybe is what you're looking for?
That sounds like what we've been doing already. But yeah, if you want to call it that, sure.
For you, what does COD mean to you? Like, you know, you said you're 36, you've been playing for a long time. What does it mean to you?
All right, first off, that hurts a lot, reminding me that I am that old. No, I think Call of Duty for a long time has been one of those games that
I don't know about you guys, but I honestly don't really care about this intro they're doing.
The banter is always like number one.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. Have fun, man. Awesome to see you.
All right, they stopped it. So I guess like the schedule, zombies won't be shown till like 105. I heard a little bit from Pizza. He said there's a lot to do. He played, like, some people got to play it for an hour. You spawn in with 6 people on your team instead of 4 or 3. So yeah, that's all I've heard so far. But the zombies is at 105 Eastern time. The multiplayer is first, and then after multiplayer, I think it's, or after zombie, like, it's multiplayer, I think, and then zombies, and then Warzone, and then mobile. So after zombies is done, we'll switch over to Pizza's YouTube channel because he has 15 minutes of raw gameplay of zombies. So we're gonna watch that after they do the whole reveal. But the whole reveal apparently is 40 minutes long. So it's going to be like a trailer, I would assume, and also Kevin Drew talking about the actual zombies and like aspects of it and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to see. I wasn't going to stream, but I figured I might as well just react to it all with you guys and see what you guys think. So I'm excited personally about the multiplayer as well, so I figured I might as well just stream it all. There's definitely going to be copyrighted music, so I can't wait for this stream to get claimed, but as long as it doesn't get taken down, we should be all right. Got like 1 minute left, guys. We're almost there. What's up, John? The music's kind of hype though, to be honest. Oh, dude, yesterday there was leaked Damned 6 music. Oh my gosh. It sounds so good. It sounds sick. If you guys could drop a like on the stream, that would be greatly appreciated as well. We're in the final countdown here. I didn't want to start my stream super early like other people because we're just kind of rambling until it starts. So music. Hopefully this event is not cringe and doesn't like crash or something. Let's go, guys. This is just a Call of Duty thing.
You know who we are? Going so. This is Ghost. Woods. Next. Farah. Barcelona. Captain Price. Going dark. Everybody ready?
World War II zombies, get that out of here. Rookie.
It's not over yet. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train! Give us the fire. We'll give them hell.
Spawn of the Dead, no.
Oh my god, that was sick!
That was kind of a cool trailer.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month, we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across the world, we're grateful and humbled at your ongoing support, enthusiasm, and dedication to all things COD. While we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking ahead to the next chapter of awesome moments together. Today, you will see and hear all the details of Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, an exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more. In Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live here at Call of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
This is a trailer that released yesterday or the day before. Operator music, let's go. Favela. I think that's how you load into the map, the elevator. And on C-Town, you like, or on sub base, you like swim onto the map. Those like they do like the map intros. You know what I'm talking about? This is the like Warzone map.
Hello everyone and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. There are over 250 creators behind us ready to dive into these games, and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
It's a little bit younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. It is an electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying, next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true. Make sure you're dialed in on the broadcast here at COD Next, because you will have a chance to unlock in-game rewards.
Yeah, make sure you guys pull that up on like another browser or something, or on your phone.
Twitch, YouTube channels. Take
You
a
get
look
the
and
stuff
chat on
if you
either
want
of
it.
these streams for more details, for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there,
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? This is one I'm very excited about.
Yes,
First.
we are diving straight into Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now, the multiplayer team from Sledgehammer Games, Adam Iskov, Senior Development Director, Greg Reisdorf, Multiplayer Creative Director, and Kim Wigan, Development Director. Guys, welcome. I am so stoked to talk about your game.
Same.
Where do we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a run-up show. We have a direction that we're going to go in, thankfully. But guys, this has to feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in real time.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody playing beta tomorrow.
I just remember the disappointment of Vanguard from this guy,
more
dude.
later to remind you. But we're gonna get straight into gameplay for the folks behind us. But before we do, Greg, can you give us a top line of what the community can really expect in the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game.
Yeah, that's what he
And
said
we've
about
taken these
Vanguard.
maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio, effects, as well as gameplay coming to bat on those. And it's just fantastic to have them. We also have a ton of new mechanics coming into the game around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat. And we have the largest set of weapons ever in Modern Warfare in multiplayer.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be taking your inventories with you.
That's huge.
Be reminding people throughout the day. But with that largest weapon slate coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as our gamers all just decided to load up and get into the action. It's going to be really pumped. We're going to be all really pumped to just see it because I had a chance to play it and I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just
How was
like
the
me to see
stream?
good old-fashioned boots on ground COD.
It's the stream, guys. It's the stream.
You know?
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just grind away.
Yeah, and each year, with the franchise, we intend to take a step forward. Modern
Oh
Warfare.
my gosh, dude. They're already throwing the stream. I'm gonna watch it on Twitch instead.
Check out Modern Warfare 3 for the first time on stream. This is so exciting. And look, there's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking through this and then pointing out things that we see, things that catch our attention that we want to highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this. And you know that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some Kill Confirm with the homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start off with talking about maps. There's so much to talk about, but let's start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer Core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're going to see?
Yeah, of course. Well, right now we're watching a little bit
I
of
don't
Skid
know
Row,
why
and that is a great map. To have
Iconic.
back. We have Rust here, and again, Rust is there's so much happening in these maps, and Adam What else are we gonna have in the beta?
Well, so
Favela.
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 core 6v6s that we're launching on
It's like an
day 1 with Modern
ACR.
Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise.
Yeah.
All of which are stone cold classics that we've modernized to accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return again. Because, I look at Favela and I remember, a long time ago, and Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that
matters. Favela holds a special place in my heart, for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am, right? But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today are these great sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps, made modern for Modern Warfare 3.
That's right. We've stayed true to the original level design and layout.
Okay.
What's up,
the original
Skullbasher?
maps. So if you remember some sweet spots, some lines of sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments to just make them feel better for Modern Warfare 3's player movement and weapon feel. And we feel like it's a really happy medium and a great balance between the two.
Here's my personal favorite, Kim. Agreed. I would like to talk to you about this. Fellow high-rise stands, where are you at? I know you're back here.
I see players are already figuring out some of the Easter eggs of the original maps and how to get back into it.
Oh yeah, well there was only one way to try and take over Bombsite and S&D. You had to hit the little catwalk on the opening of the map. Come on, guys.
Everybody yesterday, I saw all the creators at the red carpet event. They're all like, I'm sniping off the map. I'm sniping off the ladder on high rise. Watch me. I'm a 360 off it. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're already there.
It was so important to us to keep all of those opening moves that you remember from back in the day. And
The audio is
have those in
like
the game,
off.
but also have this modernization of the movement, how we're able to work with the high mantles in the game now, all of this stuff that we're watching in high res. You can now go over a lot of this with mantles, and you can go over, you can use your slide canceling, you could do all of that.
Well, I was going to ask about that. Did that create a layer of, maybe some complexity with the slide canceling and stuff like that, like trying to ensure that the maps don't get just completely turned upside down on its head?
It does, and one of the things about these maps is these maps were made 14 years ago, and to have that, we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
Game design
fans.
changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is, and you have to bring everything up to the standard of today. And when we've gone through and we've maintained a lot of that within these maps, and there's a few
They
places
messed
where
up
we've
the
had to
audio
make
on the
exceptions for
stream
that, but
already.
For the most part, you can go in, those lines of sights that were there are still there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in high rise, just on the bat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And keeping that conversation going, what are the maps like? Because I know that there's going to be more down the line.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Let's talk about the launch maps. Yeah.
So in addition to these 5 that we're playing today, day 1 on launch, we're going to get the rest of the 16 OGs from 2009. So we're talking Karachi, Invasion, Afghan, Horde, Skid Row, Sub Base, Rundown. Yeah, it's all there and on and on.
Oh, we got the scrap.
Yeah, so we're super excited to be bringing those. And in addition to those OGs, we have some new ground war maps that we're launching too.
Yeah.
So we have 3 ground war maps that are brand new, which is the the traditional 32v32 vehicle gameplay. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's going to be an awesome alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it up.
You want to go bigger, but you don't necessarily want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so for people like me who like big, crazy, huge battles. This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground War, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II. And that is War Mode.
That's right.
Wow.
We are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart too. From 2017. It's a brand new map that's launching on day 1 as well. It's got the attacker defender gameplay that we remember from the mode, the linear objectives, the buildables, the scripted events. It's really exciting to see that be part of our day 1 launch slate as well.
Awesome. So we've got Ground War. We've got core 6v6. We've got war mode and a little something we're going to get to later in the show, a brand new mode coming to multiplayer that will be available at launch and also playable in the beta.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's really so cool to see a lot of these players get back to the roots, you know, because you can even see it. Like, something I always enjoyed
The stream
about
quality
these,
is so bad, man.
right, is everyone loads in, they're discovering these maps for the first time, they're seeing them with fresh eyes. But here, that's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
we love these maps. Like we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own. And we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There it is.
I live here. I live here.
Right on. Yeah. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill Confirmed did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were less played like competitively or even casually back in the day.
Whole new experience.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass. And those play fantastic when you get into 10v10 or 12v12. We've had those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those CDL players out there.
CDL folks, yes.
And it's going to be amazing to watch the competitive community go to town on these maps and really, play them and understand what's happening.
Well, we're watching some great kill confirmed action here. We've been flipping around a bit, and find me in that sniper lane. That's all I got to say on High Rise. I will be there. I will be waiting for you in the beta tomorrow.
This is so great.
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than with
these
dropping all of these 16 day one.
We're looking at High Rise in 2023. It's so cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that. Like, it's not every day that you get to not just go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here who are younger than Call of Duty's launch, 20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, would you say?
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
never been a better time to jump in. Yeah, I mean you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps returning in an all new way. And we're going to talk about all those new ways as part of the the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay in just a second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a look here at the beta schedule for players who pre-order on PlayStation starting tomorrow, and next week for players who order on Xbox and PC. The maps, modes, weapons you're seeing here today, those are in beta, and so are 2 new ground war maps and in-game rewards for playing. So anyway, take a look, take notes here with the pros playing, tune into the stream, get some hot tips before you drop into your first match tomorrow.
That's right. It's going to be quite exciting to see, everyone across like all the different platforms.
This guy's using like
going
pack mask.
Playing COD, and then again loading up and then seeing like Scrapyard or High Rise. Still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But there are a lot of like maps that returning fans like myself definitely will enjoy, but I love some new. Is there anything that we should be expecting, like post-launch as far as like maps go?
Oh, definitely. I am very, very excited to tell you both today that starting season 1, we have a bunch of new maps coming. So season 1 we're dropping 3, season 2 dropping 3 more new ones. So over the course of our entire live season, there will be 12 new 6v6 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3.
Awesome.
So
launching with 16, 12 down the road. That is a big map pool to choose from.
And these are all different
This
sizes.
guy's using a shotgun with a shield on his back. That's toxic.
You know, you might see 1 or 2 fan favorites come back as well over the course of live season, but we have a bunch of new maps coming that we're really excited about.
And those are 6v6
Yep,
competitive
6v6
maps that players can play. There are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about once we get into the live season, but 6v6 core maps.
Stay tuned.
Right off the bat.
And guess what? With all of those maps, it's back. You know what you can do with them? You can vote. We're going to see it in a lobby soon, but map voting is back, folks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Get excited. I mean, the community has been thrilled. I can't wait to see it in action here today. I'll be taking notes on which ones are the winners of the group. I think we have a good feeling.
Somebody voted for Estate, it looks like. Here we're looking at Estate.
Oh,
right now.
nice, yeah.
Somebody voted for yeah, that's a good one for snipers.
I like Estate.
Yep.
I think we have an idea of where the maps are going to land in the voting, but when you account for the new modes, the modes that you were never
They have the audio on the wrong thing
you need
too.
that
It's
space to
crazy.
have that rotation. It'll be interesting to see what ones are popping.
If they have a different stream's
I
audio.
want to jump into a private match lobby with my friends and run around and see where the hard points are on you know, these like on Derailed or something like that. Because Skid Row, like I was actually talking with Nameless in the back about this. It's like these maps now, like you have maps like Skid Row that could actually like be potentially viable, like competitively, which is quite exciting. It just changes the entire like feel of the offering, which, you know, we didn't have back then.
We've honestly already been talking to CDL a little bit about some of their favorites, about what they might want to play, and it's great to get their feedback early on to see how the competitive.
All right, we're looking at Lupo, my guy Lupo. He is in his loadout editor. We can get a good look here. He's got the lightweight boots. And Kim, I would love if you would take us through what we're seeing here and how loadout select has changed and what players can expect.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here, so someone is looking at our boots category. This is actually one of our new categories for perks. So we've split up the perks into 3 different categories. We have boots, gloves, and gear. And you're going to see some fan favorites come back. We've remixed some of the perks, and we've brought some new ones into the fray. Now, they're all also represented with physical gear items. So everything that you see there has some contextualization for players, so it's not just a list of things you're selecting from. It's like you're getting these movement boosts because you're bringing in boots, or you're getting this weapon handling bump because you're bringing in gloves. So we really like to add that sort of context for players to understand what they're bringing in for perks.
Yeah, it's different, it's logical, but you're also going to see some of the same perks that we know and love. So Call of Duty fans will be familiar with them, but presented in an all-new way. What are you guys most excited about to see here with players getting into that loadout edit, kind of customizing these builds out for their playstyles?
I think for me, it's all of the movement aspects of it, right? So we have so many things that are on there on perks that are around. We have one that allows you to slide further.
The knee pads.
Yeah, the knee pad.
Greg, I've been using the I've been using the tack pads.
And then we have the lightweight boots. We have the canvas sneakers. I also hear they're your favorite.
I'm sneaky. I'm trying to move. I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
We need all the things.
So, and those are just going to cancel out your noise when you're moving around. They're going to eliminate footsteps.
The true silent movement
The
perk
true silent
is
movement
back.
perk
Yep.
is there.
Can confirmed, have used it, heard nothing. So it is very silent.
Success. It was only footsteps.
Oh yeah, no, I could. Well, also, you know, I mean, I can't hear it anymore either. Old age, anyway. No.
Keep making these old jokes. I don't know what's happening.
But hey, I guess when you're talking about Call of Duty having been around for so long, it's just amazing how we've all just grown up with this, right? And you guys are seeing these things that happened back then. You know, the way the game was made, and you're taking ways to like improve upon it while also again keeping it very familiar, but also keeping it very fresh. Something that really stuck out to me, Kim, is you guys bringing back that classic radar, right? You got yourself a mini map with red dots on there.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad that came back in.
Yeah, we are too. I mean, so any unsuppressed weapon fire will show up as a red dot on the mini map, and we think it's really just a core intel piece for our player base for Modern Warfare 3. We really want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening, really understand, you know, and
Shotguns look fun.
about just knowing the maps and being very familiar and nostalgic with those things. Like, you can see the red dots on the mini maps, and you can understand, I know the map already potentially coming in. I know how I'm going to flank. I know where we're going to go. You can strategize more with your teammates. So, you know, we really just felt that bringing back the classic was absolutely the way to go.
It's classic gameplay returned to classic maps.
Finally, we get to watch someone good at the game.
Maps, it makes perfect sense, especially with the familiarity. And even for new players, you're going to figure these maps out quickly. But it's it feels right. It feels great. I've really loved seeing it. You have a direct way to engage.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hear you guys talk about that. And that's not the only piece of classic gameplay that you'll see returning in Modern Warfare 3.
Oh. Tell me more.
Tell me more. We've talked about a little bit of movement, but I'd like to get into some of the nitty-gritty. Slide animation cancel, reload animation cancel. They're both back.
Yeah. So we felt really strongly about bringing back slide cancel and reload cancel. You know, and in both of those things, really the core was we wanted players to feel responsive and feel like they had a lot of options. So we know that when you commit to doing a slide, you're stuck on a pretty linear trajectory. We know that when you're doing a reload, some of those weapons have really long reloads. It's a real big commitment. So even after doing that, we wanted to make sure that players had the choice to cancel out of that.
Guys can't hit shots, dude. Like, why?
So quickly in these battles. And it felt right, you know, and we're just so happy that we have it back in. And we know that I think we feel that players are really going to be happy these things are back in.
Awesome. We're going to see it a lot here today. I'm sure we have our movement kings and queens getting around the map in new and interesting ways. Now, Greg, time to kill, or TTK. Always a hot topic with our players, with our community. It's complex. It has a lot of different moving pieces when we talk about it. Can you give us details on what to expect in terms of time to kill for Modern Warfare 3?
Yes, I can. I can give you the exact details.
Yes, you can!
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Only the exact details.
Only the exact details. So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health across all of our players.
So that's got parity with Warzone.
So that is parity with Warzone, what's currently live in Warzone.
Yep.
And it'll also carry over into Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 as well. And what we've also done with that time to kill, so what you're going to notice is it's much more consistent across the board. So we've eliminated some of these spikes
zombies
that
is
we've had in
next.
the past because our modifiers. So we have modifiers on when you get a headshot, it does more damage. When you do a limb shot, it does less damage. So we've kind of normalized those and closed the gap between them. And what that allows for you as a player is you're able to really have this experience where it's consistent. So when you're putting bullets on target, it is now like you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back into your gameplay, and you're able to go from combat to combat and start to feel that pace of combat, especially with our hit markers now. Like the sound effect, if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, like they're fantastic. The audio team's done a great job with them.
Hit markers also fantastic.
Yeah, hit marker visuals as well. So you're also notice that headshot hit marker. So that's when that extra damage is going to come into play, and it's normalized across the board. So it is a little longer. You could respond to getting shot. Like as soon as you start to see your screen light up red, you can pull away, you can get into cover, and really take that engagement in the way that you want to take that engagement.
Yeah, I think with those visual identifiers and with the audio cues, kind of taking that step forward a little bit, you certainly feels like you have a bit more time to evade, definitely.
Yes.
You have more survivability, you have more options with the freedom of movement
It certainly
to get out of combat. And that includes a new thing that I would like to talk about called tac stance.
Yes, tac stance is a fantastic addition to our movement set, as well as what you're doing with tactical gameplay. It is a mix, it's right in between your aim down the sight, so you're very pinpoint accuracy, and your hip fire. So hip fire is going to be that big spread that you have. And so what it allows you to do is when you're in ADS, you can actually go in and toggle tax
We
stance.
just saw the UI pop up
Oh,
on,
sweet.
on
There
the
it
screen.
is. There's tax stance right there.
It's gonna appear as down on the D-pad
Yeah.
for those of
And
you
for any
watching
like
gameplay.
sweats out there, I think it's important to note this is kind of it takes like an assault rifle and turns it into almost like a little bit of a sub, where you can kind of like push corners a little bit more aggressively
Canted.
with it.
It's great for a CQB.
Yeah. So it feels like you're getting the best of both worlds with it, while also still obviously you're not going to get the full benefits of using
Oh
an
yeah,
SMG.
and so those LMGs, like being able to take those longer range. When we talked earlier about the rail or some of the larger maps, like you want to be able to run a longer gun. So being able to take that in and then going to canted, going to tack stance, inside, indoors, going in those warehouses is a fabulous mechanic to have.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good. Having used it myself, I can see the application for it, and I think we're going to see some awesome outplay opportunities. Like players are going to go nuts with that feature.
Yeah. It's also nice just if you have a specific playstyle. Adam, you mentioned it's really great for close quarters combat, which is personally what I have used it for when I've been playtesting with you guys. But I think it's there if you want it, and if you're not into it, don't use it. You know, it's an option. It's again that optionality for players to choose how they engage with movement and all of these new fun toys that we're showing off in Modern Warfare 3.
And there are option settings for that tack stance. Right now, it's on the down D-pad. If you're not a controller masher like I am, I get in there, I panic a little bit. There's
All the
options for you to allow you to put it on your stick, which, well, if you're not a keyboard and mouse player, and you can go in and it is much more like it is a skill at that point, being able to utilize that in those close quarters combat.
Right. Adam, I see you studying gameplay intently. We're on Rust here. What are we seeing?
I love me some Rust. And just talking about the options any player can use. Somebody was running a shotgun a second ago. Now we're doing something with an AR. There's snipers up at the top of the tower. There's, on a map like this, that's
a lot of variety.
Yeah, that's really like fast gameplay. You can still see it's viable for all different play styles, which is really exciting.
Yeah, there really is nothing better than grabbing a shotty and just running around the map and.
I mean, he just had the Renetti out. He's going ham with it.
Going in.
You got all different options here. We're probably going to see a lot of that on Rust today.
Taking a hard point right now.
Well, this has been really fun to check out.
There will be a campaign, but not in the COD next event.
We're going to take a quick break from the gameplay.
At least as far as I'm aware.
We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty Hundreds clothing line, and you have a chance to win one of these 50 sets. So simple. All you got to do is follow @Call of Duty on X or Twitter, and make sure you tweet or post #CodNext and #sweepstakes for a chance to win one of 50 sets of the Ghost Bomb collection. So follow the channel, tweet the hashtags for a chance to win a set from this awesome lineup. And let's just go ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg, we'll toss one over to you here. So for anyone who has been playing Modern Warfare 2, right? We now know like their inventory. That's going to be making its way over to this game,
the Uzi's
which is
back.
really, really cool. And it creates that like value for that player. Like, hey, my time here was worthwhile.
Exactly, and it is all about honoring the player investment for us. Like we call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts about it. But with carry forward,
it's like a
all of
TMP.
your investment into Modern Warfare 2 is coming over into Modern Warfare 3. So any weapon that you unlock is available for you day one in Modern Warfare 3. So you can go ahead and use that. Any operator that you've purchased or that you've unlocked as well. So if you got that spawn operator from Season 6.
The Season 6 Battle Pass is coming with us.
It's there. It's there at day one, and it's fantastic to have. Even all of those blueprints and everything coming in with your weapon level as well is available. All
And
of
your
your
camos.
attachments, your camos are there.
Camos, if you completed your Mastery camos, you got your Orion. That's coming with
But
us.
don't worry, the grind is still there for the Modern Warfare 3 weapons because it has its own set of completionist camos as well that you can go in and grind your heart out for those and go ahead and get those in the game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of the other new challenges coming to Modern Warfare 3 in a little bit, but exciting to hear that the camo grind is real. We'll be back on it before we know it. More to come soon.
Oh yeah, more to come. I love it. More to come soon. So ominous.
News at 6.
Well, speaking of weapons, though, I love.
It looks
the
like
fact that we're going to
MP.
carry forward. I like the fact that there's plenty as we were seeing here. What
The
other
people
new
that they
weapons,
show are
might
bad at
we,
the game, though,
Be
like-
treated to, I guess, moving forward here.
We have a bunch of new weapons coming in Modern Warfare 3. We have over 30
They're
new
showing
weapons that you can
people
experience,
camping
level,
and
different
dying over
attachments
and
for
over.
'em. We have new global attachments as well that are available that you can use across all of your weapons.
Wow.
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And then we have 20 plus operators that are there for you to unlock and be able to use and experience.
If you don't mind me asking, how it must have been a fun challenge to take those weapons from MW2 and then bring them over to MW3 and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been
How
a
was
fun
that?
challenge.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's been great, and being able to have all of those weapons and being able to have your arsenal come with you is an amazing experience.
Felt like it was important to you guys to have
It is. It's very important for us to honor our players and be able to, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need to bring that into the next game and allow you to be able to experience it and have fun and not set you back all the way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again, and we have new content in there for you to experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and whistles is there. But being able to have those weapons, being able to make it work with all of the attachments, we're actually.
It's
doing
interesting
tuning on
that
those
battle
weapons as
rage
well, so they're
is
not gonna be
like
exactly the same.
not
We're
one of
gonna get
the
balance pass.
the
Yeah,
like
Modern
We're
specialist
gonna have
thing.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to
It's
be
a
one-to-one.
tactical.
You can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been able to put in detailed weapon stats for us, and you're going to be able to go in and look at all of those intricacies, check out what their headshot multipliers are.
Nicki Minaj is coming with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That was what I needed to know about. Not Spawn. Although I do love me some Spawn.
The barbs are thrilled. Kim, we are seeing some epic looking skins and weapons on our creators here today. In fact, right now, if you look at the screen, check that out. I believe these are from the Modern Warfare 3 Vault Edition. Can you give us some additional info?
Yeah, happy to. So what you're seeing right now are the weapon camos that are going to be in our Vault Edition. There's a blue and a red version. So there's the Crimson Fate is what we're calling one of them, and the Carbon Fate is the other. And these will be applicable on 4 different weapons if you get the Vault Edition, plus all of their attachments. And they're reactive, so the better you do in the match, the more eliminations you get in a match, the more you'll start to see that visual change on your weapon. And as you can see also, the operators have their own versions of this. These are the
cool.
Nemesis skins. So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov. Those are the 4 operators that get these skins. Same reactive tech, so you're going to see a little bit of the silver, metallic, shiny looking skin come up on the hands and the torso. The better you do in the match.
I've seen a lot of Warden hype on the internet, so I think people are really excited to see her in action, and that skin in particular is awesome. But one thing about the reactive skins, to your point, these are performance driven, so that effect actually will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
it-
to you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new system that you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right? Which if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating to kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
Yeah, it is. And here we're seeing a little bit of it where this is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And that's a Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make it into an SMG.
And one of the coolest things is how you unlock these amps. So we're going to see, we call them amps. We
Amps.
love acronyms here, guys. So we have 2 amps that are coming to beta, I believe. But how you're going to unlock them at launch and beyond, you want to talk a little bit about those challenges?
Yeah, so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch they're actually, we have a new system called weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just, the through line with Modern Warfare 3, this is player choice, is player freedom. It's on, this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to have their own play style reflected in those
Go as
guns,
zombies,
using
man.
the amps. It's super exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we're gonna continue to take, just more of a look and enjoy, the game, and as players continue to run around and get into some more shenanigans, playing some domination here as well on the stage. I've done that many times.
Dude, this is why I didn't want to stream it, because literally it's just
still
multiplayer.
Just baffles my mind that I'm looking at these maps in 2023, and I'm just excited to play them. Yeah, and even the movement. I'm just excited to play them then as I am now. Like that is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualized it and made it like a physical thing. Was that like a desire to kind of just make it a bit more grounded, or what was the I guess the design?
Every piece of gear that you brought in did something meaningful for your loadout selection.
Yeah.
So perks was a big part of that, and we got a chance to look at the gear items, all inspired by real world military tech and items, and we were able to really figure out what goes with what and what are the remixes we want to make, and we think we came up with a really good and interesting field of choices in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room at the moment. We actually have a 2-story streaming tower. I'm going to call it a tower.
Pretty epic in here.
It's absolutely wild in here, and everyone is very focused on their gameplay. It all of a sudden,
nice teleprompter.
Oh hey guys, GG's.
Hello.
So we've got this big giant room filled with Modern Warfare 3, filled with awesome creators from all over the world, and as Ted Timmons would say, the vibes are good. We're gonna hear Ted talk about vibes.
I do want to point out that screen you're looking at there, that the logo, the Modern Warfare, that's a screen. And behind there are all the players that are behind that screen, which is so cool. I didn't even know there was a thing that you could do. 15 years in this industry, still continuously to be shocked by new tech that comes out all the time.
This is Call of Duty, baby.
Yeah, you guys go big. I respect it.
Cutting edge.
Yeah, I love it. Love to see it here. We got a few of these games wrapped up, but there's definitely this sense in the room of like, all right, Q next, go next, GG go next, go next.
It's so fun to play it. Like every day I come into the office and I boot up the game, get into a match as quickly as possible, and start playing. And it is just fun to watch them play as well, because there's so many things that they're doing. Like earlier we were watching a circuit around the estate house, and that movement just looks so hot going through it. So being able to mantle, we have
the maps do look good though, I will say that, so that gives me hope for zombies. But I mean, it's expected.
Regenning your
I am gonna play MP, but
I also saw a couple people pop off with Battle Rage. So Battle Rage is back.
Battle Rage is back. It's actually moved into the tactical slot.
Yes.
So it is very powerful. So if you take that, we have an awesome vest, the engineering vest, that allows you to take 2 tacticals. As maybe we didn't touch on the vest.
Actually, let's
talk about some of the vests.
Yeah, so the vest is a really big piece of that. Like, it is our main core piece of gear. Kim touched on how we contextualized everything. That vest is, we're contextualizing what you're actually putting into the game. So it's going to dictate what your tacticals, what tactical slots you have, how many you can take, how many lethals you can take, how many well, you get 1 boot and you get one glove. So you can't take multiple gloves. But how many gear slots you can actually have. So with the engineering vest that I just mentioned, you're getting 2 tacticals that you can take
at the cost of your lethal.
At the cost of your lethal, and
I like that it's past 141 and
super important because that gear slot is
like
where all
MWIII was.
Perks lie. So those are things like what we used to call hardline or high alert. Sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them at the same time and really have that advantage.
Awesome. And there are 4 vests to choose from at the moment. I believe.
Correct. In beta, there are 4. Yeah.
So in beta, there are 4. Expect to see those tomorrow. Infantry vest, engineer vest, Seen a lot of people running infantry vests today. In fact, right here at the moment, we just got a peek at the loadout.
That is going to allow your attack sprint to regen faster. It is the core. Like if you're familiar with Call of Duty, I imagine most of our people watching are. That is your core loadout. So you have your your normal 3 perks, and you get your tactical, lethal, primary, secondary.
Yep.
And what's cool about the vests is they actually have perks baked into them. So with the infantry vest baked in right away, you're getting that attack sprint refresh even faster.
Yeah, let's just stop in the middle of the map and read chat. Great
One of the things that
gameplay.
we've done across the board is we've increased that attack sprint, and we've also allowed you to have
This
much
is
more
so
faster
cringe,
ADS
man.
strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combined with other things, or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do, but we've also balanced that out with what you can't take in that same
There are
moment.
trade-offs,
Yeah.
very clear trade-offs. I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots. It's going to come at a cost, and that's where the balance lies.
Yeah, and we love that we are going into these matches. You're making decisions. You have to make those decisions before you go in, and really, have consequences if you're choosing wrong, and learn from it and go back and make new decisions.
So I can't change those in match, correct?
You can change them.
I can't change that was a
The
trick.
consequences. The consequences are,
Go hide
we want you to
somewhere.
be in
Yeah, I was
control.
like, yeah.
You'll still have to live with the consequences of your actions.
I always
For
do.
that moment.
They've been haunting me for years now. Let's talk. I haven't seen anybody get one yet. I've seen a couple of streaks pop off, but I'm wondering about kill streaks.
Yeah.
If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure. I mean, the equipment selection we have in Modern Warfare 3 is so much fun. I think my personal favorite, we'll start with the Breacher drone, which is actually a lethal. It's in your lethal slot. So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just a slow
Mettling looks
down a
really
hallway.
fast.
You can clear
It's
dom
blue.
points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
Equip the Breacher drone.
Yeah.
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it, the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite as annoying as a real mosquito. they played
I
me
know.
in matches.
It's gonna be
when
raw
they tested
gameplay.
it,
We're gonna
and so
watch it.
Yeah.
After they're done the reveal.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Hear that thing coming.
They're not going to be playing
We have
it.
something called the
So
ACS, which is affectionately called the
we'll
capture
see what
bot
the reveal
on
is.
dev
Once
team.
they're
So
done
it's
and
basically
move
this
on,
box
we'll
that you throw
go
down
watch
on a
the raw
dumb point or
gameplay.
hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that was patrolling. So I just hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing
You're like, I
work
have
for me.
crafted the master plan
Yeah.
to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game.
Yeah.
Not that good yet, but
okay, all right.
He drops 100 and shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
No, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically
I know.
This thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the.
He said he has a
beam that it
15-minute
shoots
video
out.
of raw
And it doesn't
gameplay.
actually
So we're gonna
eliminate
watch
players.
that
For
after
those
the
of you who are
zombies
gonna stay tuned for
reveal
Warzone later,
itself.
which is hopefully all of you. I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later, but it is that aerial denial, not necessarily getting the eliminations, but eliminating the players who are affected by the Guardian.
It's almost like a stun grenade.
Yeah.
And we have something called the comm scrambler that you throw down, and it's basically it creates like the ghost perk in a certain area. So it wipes out enemy communication. So enemy UAVs won't work. Like everybody won't show up on the name map in this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone can see
the active area. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you'll get ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside the vicinity of the comm scrambler, but you can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
as soon as you throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just you're hidden in that bubble for a little while,
which could be very useful indoors. I think that's a very cool tool to have. So, but before we wrap up the convo here on Core 6v6, I wanted to ask you about ranked play.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Greg, what can you tell us, and can you give us any little details on when we can expect to see ranked multiplayer?
We can. So our friends at Treyarch are on the case again with ranked play. They do a fantastic job with it, and we love partnering with them on it. And they're going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from Modern Warfare 2, bring that forward, and then for season 1.5, which is mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will have it out, and that's when it's going to launch, because we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in season 1 we'll have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our Core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there, like me. Take a look.
More like, oh my gosh, come on, man.
When they speak of me, they want to lock your doors. C'est mignon. That's cute. I've never found a lock. I couldn't break.
PlayStation. Announcing the
Show us
PlayStation
zombies.
exclusive lockpick operator
Come
pack,
on.
including the fan-goated lockpick operator skin, the American Gothic blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. Lockpick is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my main in all the playtests. I auto-lock lockpick. It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Affair, hello, it's me. But we're about to head into live gameplay action for a brand new mode coming to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. But first, a couple of words from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX.
Yeah, I don't
official
care about
peripheral partner
multiplayer at
of
all,
Call of Duty.
so.
We're all gamers. TCL. Play like a pro on the big screen with TCL Q-Class QLED TVs, up to 98 inches.
There's a lot of things they could have done better with this reveal. Just show us everything, and then if people want to watch people play the game, they can watch people play the game afterwards. I don't want to watch people play the game for 45 minutes after, like, before zombies is shown. Like, I'm not here for that, you know? Like, I don't really care to watch people play when I can play it tomorrow when the beta comes out.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next here at the Creators Arena. Everyone's getting ready to hop into the
Like, I would be fine with them just talking about the features in the game rather than watching people play it.
V3 action. So you're gonna have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Multi-team like in Black Ops 2.
It is hard to say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. As long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're gonna win. It is inspired by gunfight. Like you are actually like it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about
We have
it
this.
is it
We
plays
still have
on all
Ground
of our
War and
fantastic
War
16
mode
launch
before
maps.
zombies.
They're there,
Oh
and
my
you get to play
gosh.
them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you have 3 points. Triangle. Math somewhere in there.
Geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive, and it's one life to live mode. It's very fun.
You can regen your down teammates though. If you see
So you got the
your homies
revives.
get downed, yeah, you can go over there and revive them. That's a fun little way to come back after.
What led you guys to want to make this mode? What was the inspiration behind it?
It was gunfight in a lot of ways.
Gunfight, of course, is 2v2.
2v2 is
this
gunfight. Yeah, and it's played on separate maps. It's played on different maps, and so what we want is on.
Yeah, there's something in Modern Warfare 2 called The Haunting
and be able to have a mode
on
that is
October
as
17th.
exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to the table too. So our players can go out and have fun and enjoy a new experience with their squad.
Yeah,
and you can take your loadout this time. So,
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Unlike Gunfight, we're not providing the squads with weapons. You can actually bring your blueprints and your loadout with you.
Yep, that's right.
And it is sweaty.
It is a sweaty.
I am so excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game anyway. We see Dr. Lupo.
Yeah, okay, thanks, man.
Is
Appreciate
on
it.
Cutthroat, and of course the objective, the capture point at the end, is
already there.
Yep. The overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's down.
But you can't get downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's it. You gotta wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
The
respawn.
rounds are quick.
Yeah.
They go really, really fast. We spent a lot of time making sure that you just weren't sitting there.
So it's just gunfight,
with
but
dinner,
you have
essentially,
one life.
Watching your teammates have fun. And that flag there is now available, so they can go and capture that flag. Whoever, well, they got eliminated, but whoever gets that
this
flag
is kind of
first,
cool though.
just like Gunfight is going to do it.
This looks like a fun mode to
Between
play with
rounds,
friends.
so we rotate where that flag is, because again, geometry, that triangle, right? We could put it in the center every time, but it gets a little difficult.
Yeah. Gives players an opportunity to move around and actually interact with more of the map, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're experiencing these maps in brand new ways. It is a lot of fun to have in there.
That guy's got really cool hair.
I was gonna say something, but as a person who has none, I figured I would refrain from it.
No, I feel like if anything, awesome. It looks a lot like the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Back into Cutthroat again. I'm very interested in these smaller game modes because I think it just creates opportunities for you to have those real intense interactive moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to situations like this where you're trying to figure out how to use your you could pop smoke here, and really just understand because there's this tension that's building around when is this flag gonna pop?
Yeah.
When do I want to go in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's
smoke? You'd throw a smoke right here, Greg?
No, there's no reason to throw a smoke right here because you gotta wait for the flag to come out.
Oh, there's the breacher drop.
Oh,
Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay. I love this guy's strat. It's a good strat.
Yeah, we have the EMD grenade, which would be great in this situation because you just throw it out, pop it, and then if you get another player on the team, they're going to show up constantly on your mini-map for your entire team.
So it's to me, the EMD grenade, a little bit like a snapshot, but it actually is going to stick to the enemy player.
It does.
That player will then get a prompt. You might be able to tear it off, I believe.
Yeah, you just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD, very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade. Because I actually do like that one because it's kind of like a you know, a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it
blow
will
up the
not
car.
detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
Get that frag effect.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one,
right,
it could get taken out pretty easily afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
Favela looks really
Who's your
good.
favorite, Adam?
Out of these 5 we're playing today,
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela. I just, you know, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands amongst us. Yeah.
I too am a Favela stand.
But
so
I can just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
We've got 2 for high rise.
I love them all. They're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
can't give any of
There's
them
no
up.
favorite children here. We got.
Favela is quite awesome with all of the movement, with everything that's happening.
That's right.
And high rise is also
Oh, come
great.
on, Greg. You know, at some point.
They're all unique in their own way.
You know what? I'm switching my vote to a state just to.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna be alone.
Look at that. You split the vote. How could you?
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because remember that play I was talking about doing with like the capture bot and the mosquito drone that was on Favela.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's why it's got a special place in my heart.
I like the little second floor store that I believe you guys have opened a window up that wasn't necessarily there before, so you can kind of see down the hill.
Yeah, yeah, you know, and I'm trash.
Any new windows?
Well, no. I'm sorry, I might have misspoken. I thought it just was more open than it was previously.
Oh, yeah, it's possible we allowed you to mantle out of it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of those things that are in the like metrics wise. Like
Yeah.
metrics have changed in a lot of things, like how large our doors are.
Yeah.
We actually have the doors in here. I know not everybody's thrilled with that, but it is a fun mechanic to have. It adds a lot, especially within Cutthroat, because now you're peeking those. You're able to use them for your advantage in there. We feel that they add a lot to the gameplay.
And I bring the window up only because, to your point earlier, it's those small touches that you guys have really brought to these maps that make them feel unique and different in modern for the type of gameplay we're going to see here in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, while we have a moment and we're looking at Cutthroat, let's talk about some of the other modes as well. Ground War is one that I want to talk about. We touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back into it again because it's back in Modern Warfare 3. You got large-scale maps that are going to be coming at launch, and you know, I guess Kim, give us a rundown on Ground War because I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground War is coming back in Modern Warfare 3. Again, this is our big 32v32 mode. It's the biggest battle that we have in the multiplayer experience. And we will be showcasing 3 new Ground War maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable in the open beta.
Okay.
I believe that's the Levin Resort that we just saw there.
Yeah, right. So in the beta we have Popov Power and Orlov Military Base.
Orlov Military
yeah,
Base.
but these
okay.
are the 3. Yeah, you got
These
it
are
down.
these
Yeah.
are 3.
Yeah, we also have a few new vehicles. So during the open beta, you'll be able to play, I believe, 2 new vehicles for Modern Warfare 3, with more to come at launch and during live seasons.
That's right.
Awesome. And we mentioned it a bit earlier, but War Mode is returning. In addition to Ground War, the favorite from Call of Duty World War II will be coming back with...
That was a good
Modern
mode
Warfare 3.
in World War II.
It is awesome, and it is the attack defend mode. Adam spoke a little bit about it earlier, but you are Task Force 141 trying to take down the Coney group that has taken over a military base. They are launching ICBMs, and you are getting your tank out there, escorting your tank through a downtown area, and just having a blast doing it, and not to have a blast with the ICBMs as well.
Good pun. Good ICBM pun there.
Yeah, there was. It was trying to come out, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I saw what you were doing there. I
Yeah,
liked it,
it-
yeah. And also, there was a really cool
Oh.
tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem. So that's what we care about.
You went
It is
for
a
the
very text-defense scenario
assassination.
where you are escorting that down the path, and it is a very linear combat. You have very clear lines of sight, clear
Yeah.
battle lines. That's the gameplay
Is
that we're
it
going for.
6v6, 5v5? What's the?
It is 6v6.
6v6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it
Alicia's
is
back
classic
too.
war mode. If we all remember what classic war mode is, but
Yep.
it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them, and it is
This
a
mode looks
fantastic
pretty
experience
cool,
that we're
though.
excited for players to get their hands on.
Lots to look forward to.
Ain't that the truth? They're very. There's just so many options, which is the thing that really sticks to me. Like if you don't want to jump in with your friends and just you know, play regular matchmaking. You could do war mode. You could do ground war. Was that, you know, it feels like that was the mission of the studio here, to like really give players that ability to just like make the decision, go with your friends, play what you want.
And like I mentioned about you know, some of the new maps coming in live season, we have a bunch of new modes planned for live season as well that we're looking forward to sharing very soon.
Cool.
All right, well, I'm all for it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us here today to
Finally,
share
zombies.
Modern Warfare 3 with the world, and that is going to wrap it up for the MWIII multiplayer segment
Thank
of
God,
the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam
Thank
Berg as
God.
well as Kim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's Maven, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. Maven, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other ball guy on stage with you today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
Listen, I'm cranking out energy drink burps right now. I'm 30, I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, Maven.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is locked. What have you loved the most so far about just getting in, diving into MW3?
Brother, all the fun stuff is really fun. The shotguns, the new tacs, the new lethals, bro. I'm just out here doing anything to just make everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm assuming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like when you got in, like how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So all these maps that we are playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm body. I don't know, it's so fun.
You're a talented and very handsome guy. Now let's talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this was going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight, but I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat together, it's just too much hotness. This is too much interaction. If our bald heads connect one more time, the venue lights shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's get this over to Ship Legion. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, there's just always comedy with two bald guys in the mix. But yeah, I hold shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start with the fun question first. I mean, just enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I love the movement. Everything about it's got like.
All right, you set me up for like the perfect segue. Have you found ways to finesse the movement system yet? Because I know going into the beta, that's probably your main goal, is to find ways to just completely over-embellish the movement system. How are you feeling so far about how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
I've not broken anything, but I will say that there's like these sneakers that allow you to like slide any ADS. And I feel like that's meta right now.
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you
They're
feel like
setting up
movement
the
is gonna be one of
zombies
focus points
people
for those
at
trying
the-
to take their game
at
to
the
more
main
competitive level, or where do you think that
desk. So that's why we have this, and then
So yeah, definitely movement.
zombies.
I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range, it's actually not as sticky. So that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough, Shotzi. Thanks so much, my man. Of course, you can check him out on his stream. And well, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw with multiplayer before we come back with the team from Treyarch to give us our first look at game footage and details for Modern Warfare Zombies. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 3. NVIDIA GeForce. Level up
I'm
your
here for
Modern
zombies,
Warfare 3
man. I'm not
PC
here for
experience with performance multiplying
the movement complaints and
DLSS3
stuff.
and latency reducing reflex. Herman Miller Embody gaming chairs are being used at today's event. Check out Herman Miller Gaming's entire portfolio of products at hermanmiller.com/gaming. And Elgato, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Next. My name is Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside chat. I've got one Praggy, we've got OVP, we've got Nameless, and we have Alley Cat on the corner there. We are going to be, I suppose reacting is one way to put it now, but like, this is one of the hardest jobs I've ever had to work in my life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like Legion hit the nail on the head. I'm 18 again, 34 in skin, but 18 in gunny. Lottie, first impressions, lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think you get that element of nostalgia, the new kind of newness from the game as well. It's refreshing all in one. I mean, for me, I think it's got to be about the fact that you can kind of almost customize what you want to do, what type of player you want to be in game. I mean, it starts with movement, and then you're looking at the perk system, but there's a balance there as well. I'm just so excited to see what type of player, first of all, I'll be, but especially our two MP experts over here, Nameless, Ali. I mean, you guys not only talk about multiplayer for a living, but you guys play it day in, day out, so many hours grinding. Nameless, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I've been playing Call of Duty since way back in day, 06, back to COD 2, and for me, what this feels like is you're getting the classic maps, you're getting the best things that we all fell in love with Call of Duty about, but you're also getting the best of the innovations of recent Call of Duties as well. So it's just been spectacular seeing, we played Hardpoint on Skid Row yesterday. Who could say that in 2023? It's been amazing, Ali.
No, it really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth, and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So, I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the desk touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So, what vest I'm wearing. I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher Drone,
yeah,
a lot of fun. Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher Drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest-high cover.
Yeah.
I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. It is fast enough. But I was pre-aiming that spot, and then when the guys, with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher Drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, to meaningful choices, like from top to bottom. What shoes am I wearing? What kind of gloves am I wearing this loadout?
Yeah.
How do I want to play? Am I stationary? I might have the strafe speed shoes on, get my shoulders working. And we heard Shots talk about the tack stance and how he's sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmooving in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well, as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that
They
yourself.
are filling
with
time.
Get it to the way that
Oh.
you want it. Basically a secondary
I know,
SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too, with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well, with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti; it's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's gonna be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers to get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. And honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive styles, getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like, my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this, like I kind of know this map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in the day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon. And people
I'm gonna
ask
pop
us about.
anywhere but
How
here
does it
because I
feel?
don't
How does
care.
it feel? Oh, it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on. I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever. I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, I'm you ever run in a big ×8 scope?
Just
right?
show us zombies,
can't
man.
ADS in,
I don't
if
care.
I'm in some more
I do
CQB
not
situations,
care.
I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness. My screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper.
Unplug my headphones
It's
again.
not perfect
This guy's
by any
voice
stretch
is
of the
super annoying, by the
imagination,
way.
but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here.
I mute
So much fun.
Yeah,
COD,
I think that's the
champs,
keyword,
and all
right,
that
the
stuff,
buzzword, I think, coming off
just so I
the
don't
back
have to
of
hear
what we
them
saw on
talk.
the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now.
We
So
know,
I
we
can't wait to
know.
my hands in that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon
man.
indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestone. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back. These rewards all will carry forward in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is, that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best, like, old memories I have with my friends in screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything, and you can still screen watch. It's right there, they're right next to each other.
Next
so
level.
We might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in her basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a core memory for me.
I love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots more stories on these couches, I am sure, as we get through the rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players and next week for Xbox.
At least she played zombies.
You saw a ton
Hi, what's up,
of
man?
great multiplayer content today. Play that and more
Hope
over
you're doing
the
well,
next
man.
week. Check out the Call of Duty
They're
blog
about
for
to
more
show
details.
zombies
I personally
soon.
can't
These
wait
guys
for
are just
everybody
filling time
to
right now.
Or don't worry, in addition to open beta early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
Big question is, what did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the desk. And I mean, there's so much to break down here. All of the team were going through every single detail, but Ali, what did you make of it?
She's freaking cool. Like, I know Stephanie talked about how she insta-locks her every single time that she's loading up into a game, and I might have to follow suit. Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the crazy skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins in the game already. The trailers, you name it, it's all happening. But Lockpick available for you PlayStation players. Hit that pre-order. We've had quite a deep dive on MW3's multiplayer mode so far, and over the past couple of months, I mean, I suppose that was the best way to put it. We've had some teasers, we've had some insights, we've had a few leaks of the return of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that in store very, very soon. But now, though, friends, it's time for something quite different. Straight from
Finally.
our friends at Treyarch. Here is a look
Finally.
at Modern Warfare Zombies.
Holy shit. Let's go!
One of our patrols reported hostile contact.
Looks like a hive.
Went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Ooh, I like that logo. It's like DMZ.
Nothing gets in, and nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
Mimic. Mangler.
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Hellhounds. Ooh, that's the wonder weapon. That looks cool.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
Whoa.
Forget what you know. Monsters are real.
Oh, okay. The abomination.
Welcome to Operation Deadbolt.
It looks pretty good.
You
We're
just
gonna learn
got
more
a
now.
sneak peek at the end of that trailer of the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. More on that.
The
in
new
just a
Damn
bit. But now,
music.
let's welcome some very special guests from Treyarch, because you got Kevin Drew,
Kevin
as well as
Drew.
Miles Leslie. Kevin is the Associate Director of Design, and Miles is the Associate Creative Director. Welcome to the both of y'all, and it is so exciting to talk about some zombies.
Fired to be here. Yes.
It looks awesome in here. We just swapped over to a little undead purple in the back.
When I think of the undead, I think of
the
purple.
ambiance.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about purple and zombies that just, it really does something for me. But guys, earlier this week, we held an event at Treyarch. We were able to bring a couple of different groups of creators who are here today at Call of Duty Next into Treyarch. First time you guys have had folks in the studio in a long time. It was super exciting. You want to talk a little bit about the event and some of the awesome reactions we got to see in the room from these guys?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience bringing in those people. You know, zombies is traditionally something that is a mode based on exploration, discovery, but we felt like there's so much new here. We really wanted to get a group in there and play it, get hands-on, get impressions, get feedback, and we just had a play great time playing with them.
You're getting to see a couple of
A lot of people that
reactions
didn't
in the
even
room
play,
there.
don't
They
even
got
play
to see
zombies.
Some footage. They got some playtime. You guys answered about some questions.
Yeah, the playtest though was absolutely fantastic. There were so many awesome moments. It just felt right getting them into play.
Well, I was going to ask, like, as you know, having been in the lab, making this for so long, right, and then getting people to see it. And what you guys said before, I remember you guys mentioning that it's not a thing you do often, bringing people into the studio. So that must have been a very, like, almost revealing experience for you guys, right?
It felt very good getting outside people besides us playing it.
Yeah.
and, like,
You're like,
having
oh,
a
wait
good
a minute, this
time.
game is good.
Hey, this is super fun. You know? So it's like, we were right. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Deep replayability.
Guys, one of the most popular questions I noticed, you know, ripe amongst the crowd of creators that was there, Easter eggs. We know them, we love them, we want them in zombies. What, if anything, can you tell us? Give us a little taste.
I mean,
a little tidbit, a little morsel.
A little something.
We can't give them
not
all.
giving any.
Well, then what should we expect?
So
at
if
least
you
in
if
terms
you
of
were
what's
paying
there?
attention to that trailer you just saw for the first time,
okay,
maybe at the end, if you go back and scrub it, you might see something that you'll see that's kind of big. Now, I don't want to give it all away. There's a lot to discover in this open world zombies.
Oh yeah, and I think that is going to lead perfectly to my question, which is, with so much that needs to be unpacked here. I guess, you know, what I'm curious about is like, what are the key things that you want the community to know about this iteration of Zombies? The differences potentially from, you know, the previous game till this one, because you guys are having some fun with it out there.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a mode based on experimentation, and we're really doing that here. This is taking our gameplay, our classic Zombies gameplay and mechanics, and putting them on the big map and all of the experiences that offers with vehicles and the vast space and the higher player count. And then on top of that, putting it in the modern warfare era where you have their equipment, the operators, and it just feels so badass, you know?
And it's in this massive open world co-op experience. So that's something that feels exciting. It feels different. Kind of what led you guys to design, you know, Modern Warfare Zombies the way that you did in this big new way?
So we just saw an opportunity with the big map to have the biggest PvE experience we've ever had with a franchise. So
Which
in
is
the
saying
past,
something.
we had pure PvE.
Yes, pure PvE, no PvP.
You're safe here, and there's, you know, we usually have 4
Kind
players.
of. Yeah.
You know,
Safe is
it
relative.
shooting zombies at the end of the day. Yeah. But then you mentioned like the way that the game's played, the open world, but how do the players like interact with one another in that world? Because and also, like, you know, I like running solo from time to time. Is that also something that's possible as well?
Absolutely. So it's 24 players total. You could go in solo. You can go in with your squad. But what's awesome is that you're all on the same team trying to do the same thing. So when you're out in the world, you'll run into other squads or other players. You can make a decision in that moment to like combine and form a super squad.
Oh, so you
of
can
6.
form a super team.
Yes.
Like in-game form a super team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And that's 8 squads of 3. You can group up together. You can go lone wolf it. I don't know if I'd recommend that, guys, from what I've
I
seen.
mean,
experienced players.
If you want a challenge, you can go in solo, but it is a lot of fun to grab some friends, form those super squads.
Yeah.
And again, the map is massive. There's zombies everywhere. There's other surprises
We're gonna
everywhere.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm getting excited.
And so a couple weeks ago, we saw the very first look at Modern Warfare Zombies in the cinematic that we released, which really sets the stage for the narrative of Modern Warfare Zombies, in that we see Soap, we see Laswell, and more importantly, we saw someone who I didn't think we were going to see again.
That's right.
Guys, can you take us through what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on?
100%. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, that opportunity that Kevin talked about is there's a few questions when people saw that cinematic, and if you hadn't, go and watch it. It's awesome. Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MWIII, the year 2021, and that's really important to the story because in true Treyarch Zombies fashion, we are always jumping eras, jumping moments, and really touching different timelines in interesting ways. I can't go into all of it, but there's a reason for that. Now, the next question which you're hinting to is, why is Zakayev alive? I saw him die, but did you? Did you really?
I saw him get shot. I saw him fall down a missile silo.
You saw him fall. There was blood. But in true sort of story fashion, if there's no body, he's not dead. Now, Task Force 141 went back to that silo. There was water at the bottom. It had been drained. Lots of blood. And Zakayev was gone. Now, officially declared deceased.
Ooh.
But then whispers emerged that he's still alive. And now, of course, in true sort of villain fashion, he starts to hear whispers himself as he's recovering from falling down that silo, which he did.
Yeah, that hurts.
That hurts a little bit.
Yep.
Is about this new thing called Ethereum. And he wants to get it. And that really sets the stage. All of that, by the way, is day one getting in the door like you saw in the cinematic, which is, that's the start of the story. And players are going to experience this story just in really interesting ways.
So it's a flashback, it's canon, we've got worlds colliding with Cold War, with Modern Warfare. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the story really progresses in a new and interesting way. Let's take a look at how this comes to life in the intro mission.
Ooh. Yes.
Your objective is a roof-mounted comms tower. Marking location on TAC map. Once tower is active, use decryption key from Jansen's tablet to establish comms. Changing max! Tracking. Enemy birds closing on your position.
No, I saw it.
Well, you got here quicker than expected. I still need a minute or two. I'm in the middle of erasing my research from the Terminus database.
Protect Dr. Jansen. We need her alive.
Target down. Zakayev will unleash this hell everywhere from New York to Joburg if we can't stop him here.
Clear and hold that LZ strike team. Multiple enemies on approach. Weapons free on all threats.
So what you just saw there was just a little snippet of that story mission intro. And what's really exciting again about this opportunity across the open world is, like Kevin was saying, is we want to bring that story to the forefront. These story missions have handlers from the Modern Warfare world, from the Black Ops world, Cold War world that you might see. Some new friends along the way as well. And they're going to help you on this story and these missions that take you across the big map. Lots of different activities and cool things to do. Awesome cinematics and well. And again, the whole point of this is that if you're new to being a Zombies player, we want you to experience that story. We want you to get into it. But if you're seasoned and you just want to jump in and kill some zombies, you can free roam and do that and then jump to the story later. We really have embraced that open world sort of feeling across this. And that's really the exciting thing is it kind of pick your poison, that player pacing in that sense.
Modern Warfare 3 is about options.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more prevalent to me as I'm hearing you guys talk about this like throughout the day. Super awesome and great to see that like the player choice is very prevalent, right? But Zombies has been a mode that's been in the game for such a long time. It's really. It runs side by side, parallel to Call of Duty and its incredible legacy. But there are still players that are going to be new to this, that are coming into this with a fresh set of eyes for the first time ever. What's in store for them? Because, this could be a little jarring, right? There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
Absolutely. So Zombies can be pretty intimidating. And we know that there might be a lot of players who might only play Modern Warfare, or DMZ, or Warzone. So we've built this mode to make sure that they can have success and have fun and also support our veteran audience. So,
and on a brand new
map. We'll talk about that more later. But here, for this mode, we've broken it down into 3 tiers of difficulty. So you're going to infill on the outer edges, and this is kind of like lower level difficulty. And new players can really hang out here for the duration of a match and have a great time. But our advanced players are going to want to try to get into that center of that map as soon as possible. That's where Zakayev threw that vial and started this entire incursion.
What an arm on him!
Yeah,
I gotta say.
He yeeted the vial. Now we have a hot zone.
Yep.
And now we have to pay for it. All
it.
right. Well, then let's look at the flip side of that one, though, right? Because we talked about the new players, how we get those folks into the game and have them playing something outside of their comfort zone, so to speak. But one thing that we know is that there are core Zombies fans that love this experience, live and breathe it. So what do you have for them?
Yeah, absolutely. When you talk about that fusion, and like Kevin said, the experimentation was, well, how do you bring all those core zombie Treyarch features into this new world? And we've done just that. You can see we've got the mystery box. We've got wall buys. We've got the pack-a-punch, the pack machine. All of these things are spread out across this ginormous map. And as you go in, it's up to you. Where do you want to buy it? How do you want to accumulate your arsenal and your loadout? How do you want to tackle this world? But those zombies features are super key to making this feel fresh and really an evolution of that sort of open world feel as you get more powerful. And again, it's fused with the Modern Warfare DMZ feeling as well as buy stations as well, using the score streaks.
Features that you recognize if from experiences in other modes.
100%, which you may not have had in other zombies. So that's where you really have married them together in interesting ways. But
it's awesome.
The most important core feature, of course.
It's a sweet new feature, folks.
What?
Is our cereal. You can't find this in the map. I wish you could. Yeah. It's actually delicious, though.
Yeah, it's here at Call of Duty Next. It has some awesome features. It's got a UV light,
it's outrageous.
I may or may not have taken a box of those.
Oh, yeah, I've stolen this.
I mean, a crate. I'm not talking about a single box. I'm talking a single crate. What came off the truck? You know?
Wow.
And shout out to Off Limits Cereal for making this with the box bespoke for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. And it's a woman-owned business, which is dope.
Awesome.
And it goes in the dark.
Bang.
Yeah. So I would be remiss to not hit on one of the really core features for our zombies players, and that's the wonder weapon, guys.
Yes.
I need to know.
Yeah. So of course we have a wonder weapon, and it has been custom made again for this open world experience. It is the Scorcher.
Oh my word.
I'm gonna let you just look at it for a second.
Look at that first raise.
Yes,
That thing is huge.
It's absolutely amazing. So the Scorcher again is built for demolishing the highest density of
Sounds
zombies
like 10
you've ever
targets.
seen.
The hordes.
Oh yes,
We're
the
gonna
hordes.
melt hordes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, it's got an alt fire.
Looks
It
cool.
launches you into the air so that you can use it to engage. If you want to jump into a horde, if you want to get away from the horde of zombies, if you want to jump on a building or over a building, like it's really
Wait, so you can, like rocket jump?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's once you get into like basically the flow state of using it and it's in your arsenal.
There's no limit.
Chef's kiss.
Okay,
Chef's kiss.
chef's
Wonder
kiss.
weapon.
You're like, I'm the
Scorcher. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
And part of what makes zombies so special, especially with this new open world field, is the replayability. Is this? It's not a one and done game mode. So how is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies gonna push that forward and take the next step in terms of what keeps players coming back for more every time?
Yeah, so this is a really kind of replayable mode. It's an extraction exfil mode, right? So you're trying to get deeper and deeper into the map, and at first you're not going to be that successful. You're going to have to play a lot over and over, gain mastery, try to take things out, make sure you successfully exfil so you can come back in the next time hit the ground running with the right stuff.
Yeah. And when you talked to me, we mentioned it before, we saw Zakayev yeet the vial in the cinematic. That has created the incursion zone, that super hot area we saw a little bit of on the TAC map. Can you talk to me about how the storm will play into the map, what that vial did, and what the gameplay repercussions are going to be for the player there?
Yeah, so this thing is in the map, and it's the source. It's spreading the dark aethers, so it will always be there in the map. It's going to dictate this time limit. At 45 minutes, it's going to start growing and completely consuming the map, and that's where you need to get out.
Yeah.
And a lot of zombies.
And it gets really, intense.
So it's a total 1 hour
session
limit. Yeah, 1 hour session. Again, those 24 players.
It goes back to getting in, again, player pacing. You want to stay on the outer edges, awesome. You want to challenge yourself, go into medium and high threat. But the Aether Storm waits for no one. And it will come, and it will make the zombies harder.
Yeah.
And that's part of the challenge and fun is, are we going into the storm to cleanse it?
Yeah.
Are we avoiding it?
What are we going to
Are
find
we
in
getting the
there?
hell out of
What's
Dodge?
the exfil plan?
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Is really where you get into a lot of fun.
And really, too, when you think about that heat map for zombies, part of that is going to be gearing up. You said you're spending, a lot of players will be spending a lot of time on the outer edges of the map or in the yellow.
Yeah.
Gearing up, getting that loot, collecting the right things that we need to have a successful infill. But one of the most exciting things about that is how weapons will carry over from match to match.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with DMZ, we have contraband weapons, so everything you're finding in the match you can take out and bring it with you.
Item persistence.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have insurance slots, but we've really taken that to the next level with all the zombies upgrades. So, in the past, you've had to do all that just in-game, you lose it. Now, all of those things have been formed into a consumable version called acquisition. So things like Pack-a-Punch, weapon rarity, ammo mods, wonder weapons.
Yeah.
All of those things you can find in the match, and you can decide to use them then, or you can take them out and just start the next match, load up, Pack-a-Punch, drink 4 perks immediately, and now you're good to go. Like, you're going all the way into the high threat.
Straight into the red zone, juiced up on perks, right?
Yeah. Quite a difference, right?
Oh, yeah.
But what was the, I guess, like inspiration? Was it just, hey, let's just try something creative, different, fun, do what Zombies has always done and push the bar?
Yeah, it's just like introducing this different kind of pressure with the time limit, but then now giving players this additional ability to bring things in is huge.
Yeah, it's part of that. How do you use new players and seasons players, right? It kind of relates to rounds. If you're familiar from that, is like when you get into the higher zones and you have more of that arsenal. That's for those seasons players. They're gonna feel it and they're gonna want that challenge. Well, you know what? There's a big challenge there, so you better be loaded up on a bunch of stuff coming in to really succeed.
All right, we're getting into the lightning round here. Finally, Miles, I asked you before. You said that Zombies is all about discovery, and it is. We know those secrets, those Easter eggs are out there lurking in the world. But of all the secrets, again, I'm gonna pressure you.
Keep going back to the well here, Steph.
What can you tell us? What should we be looking out for?
You know, I can't get into all of the secrets. I want to, but the team would kill me. There's a lot in there. But
We want people to find them.
we do want them to find it, but we have, again, taken advantage of this map. There's a lot there on day one for Discover. We love watching the community find these things. That is part of the fun. So we don't want to spoil any of it, but there's a lot in there, and we're already planning some fun stuff to come later as well.
Well, look,
more coming.
You're not getting it out of us.
Well, you know what?
Live
Steph might be trying to dig deep. I will never do that. Ever in a million years. But what can you guys tell me about the monsters? What do you tell us about all the monsters that we have coming up here? Because there seems like there's some wild ones that are going to be available for players to fight against.
We have a full gambit. It starts with just our zombies. We have more zombies than we've ever seen before in one space. They completely fill up this map. Anywhere you go, there's going to be danger. But then we have all of our other awesome enemies. So Hellhound, our Mimic, who can disguise himself as a cache in the map, so you have to be careful. The Disciple, he buffs...
That was me this morning.
Just waking
Free
up.
coffee.
Buffing zombies and life draining. The Mangler with his cannon and ranged attacks. So just all sorts of threats. But the Mega Abomination, he's about 3 times bigger than we last saw him.
Yeah,
so
3 times bigger.
He's now thrown some crawlers under his stomach.
Oh,
and
fun.
The dingle dangles.
He can't fit in buildings anymore. He's so big. So he needs those guys to
But he'll
go
still
inside.
get you in the
Oh,
buildings.
but this is when you talk about like that opportunity of open world is, okay, you think you're going to be safe, I'm going to run inside. No, absolutely not. The Abomination will send in these little creatures and they will try to explode and flush you out. So really, it's, do you want to die by the lasers outside or do you want to die by these zombie explosions? Again, it's up to you.
Your choice.
It's your choice.
Choose your own adventure.
That's right.
But perhaps more terrifying than monsters even for the first time. There are humans in zombies as well.
The real enemies all along.
So this enemy PMC group is in the world.
That's another, you know, again, important to the story when you go back to Sakayev and this Terminus Outcomes PMC group. They're his muscle that he's hired. They found that Ethereum. They want more in true sort of bad guy fashion, and they are across the map. So for the first time, you're going to be able to, if you want, fight these AI. There's gameplay loop tied to them where there's a progression on that side, and you can run into them. You can avoid them if you want. If you just want to chill out and shoot zombies all day, that's great. You want to mix it, that's cool. Or the coolest thing is to take a horde of zombies, and Kevin loves to say it's like a hornet's nest, which it is you shoot a few, you get a big horde of them.
They're upset.
And you basically train them right into the human
that's
AI.
cool.
And,
Okay.
And it's basically, the zombies are third-partying.
Yes.
Right? Which is awesome. So we're 100% team zombies, and you just kind of sneak by as they're causing all the carnage so you can loot, get what you need, and get out. But it's really just, I can't express the moment when you unleash your own zombie horde on the human AI. It's really satisfying.
Awesome. I can't wait. Well, you guys saw it after the zombies trailer earlier, but in a couple
Those
of minutes,
abominations
Lottie's
look
going to give
crazy.
you all the details on the Soul Harvester weapon blueprint. Stay tuned. That thing is absolutely absurd. It's 100% something that you're going to want to see in Zombies Day 1. But I have some other news. We got a little taste of that big map that you guys keep talking about. I am excited to announce that the big map you saw here teased in Modern Warfare Zombies was actually your very first look at the brand new map coming to Warzone. We're deep diving into Battle Royale coming next.
Oh boy, it's going to
Stay
be
tuned.
awesome stuff. Firstly, Kevin, Miles, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. Your passion is infectious. Your love for this is truly inspirational, and I'm excited to try it out.
I wish we could stay and talk about it. Yeah.
I think we
You
could.
didn't draw your self-portrait.
Well,
Kevin drew some lovely Zombies artwork
I
today
think we
that
could talk about this all
will be
day.
debuting later.
It's going to be awesome. I'm sure everyone's so
Thanks for
excited to
having us.
jump into Zombies. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for sharing that love for this. And that, of course, wraps up our Modern Warfare Zombies portion of this show here. But next up, it's Warzone with live Warzone gameplay and new map details are going to be coming your way. But first, a quick word from our sponsors.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by HyperX.
Alright guys, that concludes the stream. I don't give a shit about Warzone, so We sat through all the multiplayer. The zombies does look good though. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll go in and do like a breakdown of the trailer as like a video or something. I don't actually, let me see if they have it on YouTube. They do. So let's watch it again. But I'll have to see if, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to explore here.
We'll never get free. Lay him to the slaughter. What you gonna do?
One of our patrols reported hostile contact.
And there's blood in the water.
Then went dark.
There's one! I can see him!
Yeah, so I mean that looks like DMZ on the map.
Nothing gets in. And nothing, I say again, nothing gets out.
You thought you could run free, but the system is done for. If you listen real closely, does it knock at your front door?
The situation is dynamic and evolving. There are other friendly assets on the ground. Join forces to take out those threats.
Like an egg. The Wonder Weapon looks cool.
Friendly squad in the AO. Moving in to assist.
Strike team, you have execute authority. Proceed to the high threat zone.
Disciples are really annoying.
Forget what you know. Monsters are real. Welcome to Operation Deadbolt.
That looks pretty big. Can't really see much of it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a weapon break, like a video breakdown of all this stuff in zombies. This camo looks really cool. This is probably a pack punch camo. Hopefully, like we didn't hear anything about mastery camos, but hopefully there is. But now that I think of it, let's go. Pizza said he was gonna upload 15 minutes of raw gameplay. So if that's up, here it is. Let's watch it.
Local areas being hit hard by the undead. Amen suggests they're coming from that stronghold. You know what to do.
So if you have PhD, do you take no fall damage if you like fall? Electric Burst is back. Looks like he has a fire with a double packed gun, maybe. Explorer, hold on. What is that? Oh, electric. I feel like there's a lot of stuff they can't put in the video, and that's why it's getting cut so much. This camo looks cool though. That sounds like the trial machine. I just realized you could totally throw a monkey bomb at the AI. I think you get $10 per zombie, and the offers look like 100. Armor's back, that's good. Cross blast. Exfil. What's that? It looks hard in the zone. I don't think so. That's the PAP camo. PAP 2. You can level up guns and zombies, that's good. Eliminate the bounty, locate the disciple and eliminate. Kinda cool. Can't teleport. Dang.
Stand by.
Why does this say 87 minutes under the minimap? Yeah, this is an escort. See, escort the ACV. This is another mission. Contract, whatever you want to call it.
Samples are ready for transport. We are sure to get some fascinating data. I'm ready to catch them on return.
So it's gonna be some of the same things that were in Outbreak originally. That's a Panzer noise, right? Or no, they're just launching it. We didn't see anything about Panzers. Can drive around in a car and run zombies over. This looks really like DMC and zombies combined, which I am happy about. That's the triple pap camo. Crossbass still looks like it sucks. Dang, that zombie went flying. No play counts. The boxes move. Mega abomination. Glad Seats actually went for it. Why is he hip firing?
Environments.
Yeah.
Has there been some like really cool play tests where everyone's just like scrapping it out in these like wild locations, close?
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end the stream there. Honestly, it looks good. I'm excited to play it. I definitely will be playing it once it comes out for sure. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching the stream. I'm gonna end it here.